She's taking over.
That was perfect. I don't need one. I'm excited to introduce Beth because she's actually my life coach.
All right.
She's one of the people that is on my team that you would definitely be at the table.
Oh.
You're already there. And she does holistic coaching here. What I'm going to tell you is take notes and be prepared for things to work at warp speed. I'm going to introduce her by giving one of my testimonies for what she does. I can remember us sitting at Panera Bread on a Thursday, and I said, I need to be on TV. I need to get my message out there. For those of you who know me, I eat, sleep, and breathe aesthetics. It's what I do. I love it. It's my passion. It's my purpose. She's amazing. Monday morning, I'm on Talk of the Town, Channel 5.
All right.
Thursday, I sat down with my life coach over coffee. Thursday. And said, this is what I need. Now, she'll hand you a journal if she's your life coach. That journal becomes your war plan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And so we drew up the battle plans on Thursday. On Monday, me and my team were on Talk of the Town with Meryl.
And she's been on Talk of the Town more than once.
And we are developing a series for Channel 5. And all that came out of the war plans she helped me develop. And she's really good about doing it over a glass of wine, too. So don't feel like
you drink.
She will do it. Loosen up my weaknesses.
I love that.
It's out there. Makes me sound like an alcoholic on Periscope. So I'm going to introduce her. Just know this girl is amazing, and if you have not worked with a life coach, no matter what I keep looking at you, it works because Periscope has been shouting you out. So you are now my focal point, honey. But if you haven't worked with a branding coach or a life coach, do it, because you'll find that even as you grow in business, everyone needs a coach. You need someone on your team to look at your business with a perspective. So thank you, Queen. I appreciate it.
Hello.
They're clapping with you.
I ain't got no team impact notes, but it's really hard to follow her because she gave y'all my presentation. I'm sitting there like, oh my God, she's talking about purpose, and that's my presentation. And so,
No, what you said, look.
Keep it coming. Okay. And so this is what since she gave you my presentation, this is what I want you to do. I want you to think of somebody that you can share this information with, in the chance that what I'm about to share, you all already do. Okay? So my first question is, are you living out of your spirit? Do you wake up every day so excited someone gets to see you function in your gift? You think about that while I talk. Okay, so I actually came to talk about 3 P's to elevation. The P's are purpose, passion, and power. And every time I say power, I'm probably going to do this because this is the universal sign for power. This is Wonder Woman. Okay?
I like the Wonder Woman pose.
Okay.
Let's give it to her,
What's your
girl.
purpose? What is your purpose? Do you know your purpose? I'm not going to look at you because I know you know your purpose. Have you ever thought about it? Do you know what you were created for? Some people call it a calling. What is your purpose? I looked up the definition for purpose, and the purpose is the reason something was created. The reason something exists. Why do you exist? If you've never thought about it, please think about it. Let's look at this chair, for example, that you're sitting in, since you're popular tonight.
It works.
What do you think the purpose of the chair is? To hold things? Okay. So what if one of these tables, let's say that table there, what if one of the screws, there are no screws showing, but what if one of the screws was lifted up and we picked up the chair and we banged it up against the table?
Such a violent purpose.
Have we used the chair for what it was created? Okay. When we don't know the purpose of a thing, we'll abuse it. We were all created with specific gifts and talents. What are you doing with them? Are they geared towards your purpose? Are you like the chair banging them against something? Ooh, it's all that.
Yeah, I think that's a
you
little
like the
hostile.
chair banging them against something that has nothing to do with your destiny. don't get me wrong. If you have kids, one of your purposes is to be an awesome parent. And if you have a spouse, one of your purposes is to be an amazing spouse. But before all those people came into your life, you were born for another reason. What were you created? What were you born to do? I'll tell you what you weren't born to do. You were not born to wander aimlessly through life. You were born with a purpose. My purpose, I have a couple of purposes, but my purpose is to help women discover their greatness. Greatness inside of them. If they want to share it with the world, then that's fine too. And I'm a life coach. That's my platform. I'm a life coach, I'm a wellness coach, I'm a career coach. And when I was trying to determine my purpose, I took a general theme, looked at my life over the years, and I looked at like some general theme to see what my purpose was. And I remember being in junior high and high school, and people would always ask me for advice, or I'd have to build them up, and I'd have to encourage them. And so I'm functioning in my purpose. And so I have a couple of questions you can ask if you'd like to identify your purpose. One of the questions is, what would you do if you knew you could not fail? What would you do if you knew you could not fail? Now, mind you, if you're functioning in your purpose, there's no way you can fail. It's what you were created for.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is, what are you doing when you forget to eat? Like, you look at the clock, it's 9 o'clock. You look at the clock again, it's 10 o'clock. You look at the clock again, it's 2 o'clock. You've missed breakfast, you've missed lunch. What are we doing? My third one is, what is something you enjoy that you would do whether you get paid or not? Like, I'm a life coach all the time. I do enjoy getting paid. I do get paid. But I can't sit more than 30 minutes quietly without chiming in with a, have you thought about this? So sometimes I don't get paid. Sometimes over
A glass
meals.
of wine.
Meals.
If it helps, I'm buying the meals.
And so those are 3 questions you can ask. Now, I looked up the antonym to purpose, the opposite. It means aimless and meaningless. And so if you know your purpose and you're not functioning in it, what are you waiting for? And if you don't know your purpose, I challenge you to figure it out. Okay, so my second P is passion. What are you passionate about? What is your passion? Usually your passion pulls, it's emotional, it pulls at your heartstring. It moves you to anger sometimes. Usually with passion, there is a strong either love or hate emotion. Usually when you're functioning in your passion, you feel like you're doing something important with your time. Like one of my passions, I'm passionate for people. I hate to see abuse. I don't do women abuse, children abuse, special needs. That's a whole nother story for me. And I'm a really good writer. Sorry, I have a tendency to move. I'm a really good writer. And if you want to see me in action, let me find out about something and see how well I can communicate my feelings on paper. I'll make it court work. But that's what I'm passionate about. Like, in Chicago, I used to live in Chicago, and I worked with special needs, and the state said the money they raised for the special needs people, they were not going to use for the special needs people. So I said, tell me what legislator I need to write to. I'm sorry. I've given you 3 questions. I've got 3 questions that you can ask or answer to help you determine your passion. Number 1, what moves you to action? What makes you so angry it moves you to action? Like my little example example right there. That made me write to the legislators. I don't know what it did, but I know that I felt like I did something. Number two, what is something that you really enjoy? Makes you feel amazing. Like when you do it, you're in your zone. It just is something that it just makes you feel amazing. My third question is, what makes you feel important when you do it? Like some people do the breast cancer walk. Who was that? Somebody was talking about that tonight. Yeah. Some people do the breast cancer walk. That makes them feel important when they do it. I looked at the antonym for passion. It is indifference, unconcern, apathy. You could be that mom who takes healthy snacks to the games because you don't know if some of those kids are going to have dinner that night. What is your passion? You don't know your passion? I challenge you to figure it out. Okay, so my third P is power. Just for the record, this is the universal sign for power, this or Wonder Woman. And if you do it 3 times a day, you automatically start to feel it. Now, when you put your purpose...
Or you look like a cheerleader. Go, girl.
We won't be doing our squat challenge. See, but it made you feel power, didn't it? When you put your purpose and your passion together, you automatically get power. I was trying not to say You got to figure out what your purpose is, and you got to figure out what your passion is. Because when you put them together, the universe makes things find you. You become a magnet to money, to people, to influence, to prestige. Doors open for you all over the world.
Amen.
And one of the people that comes to mind for me is Oprah. Let's look at Oprah. She has, of course, she had that talk show. It was a good platform for a lot of people and a lot of causes. But it wasn't until she put her purpose, which was teaching, with her passion, which was education, that opportunities just flooded open for her.
My cousin told me to tell you he's single. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
They heard you, cuz. They heard you.
Okay, so Romans 8:19 says that the world anxiously awaits for the manifestation of you. The world is waiting for you to function in your purpose and put it with your passion. The world is waiting for you to show up on your platform so that the world can send you power. What are you waiting for? Now, if you don't know your purpose, I challenge you to find it. Because there's some reason, you're missing out on the reason you were created. If you don't know your passion, I challenge you to find it. Because somebody else is missing out on the cause you're supposed to advocate for. And if you already know your purpose and you already know your passion and you have not put them together, you're missing out on the power